When people say cardio, they just think the heart. But there's cardiorespiratory training. So you also have to train the lungs. There's cardiovascular training. You also have to train the blood vessels. What does that mean, training the blood vessels? Training the blood vessels or vascular adaptations are a key component of endurance training and in general, and a key component of Professor Verkhoshansky's anti-glycolytic training specifically. He stressed that you're not doing a lot of endurance work, the volume of endurance work just to increase your heart. You're also doing that to change the redistribution of the blood flow during that work, so you can get more oxygen to the muscles that are involved. So this is an example of vascular reactions. So here's a classic example. You put some sensors on an experienced tennis player and you ask this athlete to run. Within a very short period of time, he or she is going to experience increased blood flow in the right forearm, if that's a right-handed athlete. Do you need a lot of blood in your right forearm for running? Not unless you're a tennis player. But the body has learned to redirect the traffic and send the blood exactly where it's going to be needed. That's a vascular reaction adaptation. And your blood flow does increase in the muscle that's exercising hard 10 to 20 times. But you know what? You don't really have that much blood, relatively speaking. So in intense exercise, full body exercise, your body can supply maybe 1/3 to 1/2 of the muscles. And as a result, what it does, it tries to redirect the traffic. The compliance of some blood vessels increases, which means they open up, and some other blood vessels become stiffer. They're not getting quite as much blood, just because, again, it's kind of a zero-sum game in this particular situation. It's a great example, but it's an unfortunate example of that would be what happens to the digestive system of ultra-endurance athletes. Ultra-endurance athletes often experience problems with their digestive tract, because when you're moving for several hours, the blood goes to your legs or whatever muscle groups that they're working right there. There's not enough blood left for digestive tract. So digestive tract is deprived of blood for a very long period of time, and that's why it experiences problems. So that's kind of an aside, but that's an example of how you can direct the adaptation where you want it, but sometimes there's a cost to pay. In the case of vascular adaptations for strong endurance, these are healthy adaptations. We are directing the blood where we want it, and we're not stealing too much blood from your digestive tract because, well, our exercises are not long enough. We're not doing this for 24 hours. So the vascular reactions, they are among the most important adaptations in cardiovascular training to endurance exercise. Cardiovascular training. That's a statement that Verkhoshansky made, and you had better pay attention to that. So he stressed how important this redistribution of blood is for developing local muscular endurance. They're very, very specific. Your aerobic training has to be specific to the muscle that you're using, but it's not just the fibers, it's not just the mitochondria, it's also the plumbing. Okay, you build some plumbing, but in addition to building it, you also have to expand it. You have to direct that blood in there.